One thing that I can add about that connection of the love from God, or it's really what was my block was always that it was not concrete. There's not like a God sitting in front of me telling me I love you. And for me to transcend that concept, to go deeper, it was really about allowing myself to go so deep into loneliness and feeling lost to the point of depression that finally I got it. So my invitation is, you can avoid depression. I can certainly share a lot of, for those of you who want to have an intimate conversation with me around it, I'm happy to share. Don't go into depression. It's not necessary. I went there for you. You can just call me and I share how I was able to connect much deeper with God, the sense of that love. And part of the practice, there was a threefold aspect to the practice. The number one was to sit quietly each day and feel the love. And yes, I was referring in the newsletter about the love from God. And when you can feel yourself so full of that love, I mean, everywhere you go, I mean, it's so pouring out of you that it's just a natural thing for you to give love to those around you, in your family, friends, colleagues. Your whole world becomes love. And it's a beautiful place. It's truly what I call heaven on earth. We're all waiting to go to heaven. We're all waiting to have something, like something one day will happen. No, make it happen today. And love today so deeply that it's just taking you to new levels of finances, health, and relationship, your dynamic with your lover.
Yeah.
If you have one, and if you don't, you can always attract him or her that way.
With the love.
Yeah.
And for those, when you embrace the God type of love, I want to take it a step further. It's even feeling the whole universe, the whole aspect of the bigness of creation and all that it loves you. I mean, think about going out into the world today and believing and trusting that this entire universe is waiting to fulfill good things and gifts for you today. Imagine going outside and just trusting that the whole planets, everything in this system, is really lined up to bring your best today. Believing that this universe loves you. So it's really taking it to that point, and that's how Stephanie and I want to make this real and applicable. Love isn't a fuzzy thing, and like you said, some people maybe even have trouble understanding a concept of a God aspect of love. But it's really about just getting beyond the fact that you are all alone, that there is so much love poured your way today, and that if you walk out of the house with that attitude, that just imagine what kind of things can come in your path to bring some good things your way.
Yes. And again, just a little tip I shared with you about my own blogs, thinking, I don't have somebody concrete telling me I love you. Then do practice with what I was sharing earlier. When you go somewhere, you decide everybody love you. And the beautiful thing around the God and how people love you and all of this love in the universe and in the world is that truly every single person you meet, they are children of God anyways. So you can practice with them to receive their love. And often we're scared to receive love. Love is a powerful energy. Love is so huge that most of the time we want to push it away because it's blowing our socks off, literally. And I want to really invite you with this practice to feel the love, to just do it differently. This 1 week, feel love everywhere you go. If you don't like it, go back to what you know, and you put a mask or a big costume to protect yourself from love. And then you can decide in which world you want to live. Personally, I've made my decision, and it's been magical in so many ways, in my health, in my love relationship with, of course, my beautiful partner now, but everybody I meet. It's just really beautiful and easy. It's so easy to love. It's much easier than to hate.
We talked last week in the practice about forgiveness and how forgiveness brings freedom. And we talked about how that, when somebody hurts us or wrongs us, that it's so easy to put on them a judgment or a desire for hurt in their lives or anger, and how that by forgiving that person, not only the most important thing is it frees you from that anger and that attitude towards that person. Today, when we talk about feel the love as a practice, it's the same thing. There's a freedom. There's a healing that comes. And as Stephanie was just sharing about how that, if you don't like it, then you can go back and put the mask on. Well, feel the difference between the mask on and the freedom you have versus the mask off and the freedom that comes with that. And we were watching a show, and it's an older show, and some of you have seen it before. It's called Pay It Forward. And a brilliant concept of how the attitude is that if you just initiate an action of kindness into somebody's life, rather than paying them back, you actually do it as an action in spite of, before they have an opportunity to do something. And the trigger effect that had, the movie showed that beyond our own understanding, how big that impact can be. It's true about love as well. You can love, and when you love, there's an impact that's bigger than even you understand in the moment. Another thing about that show that I thought was really profound is that when one situation, one example, where the one guy walks up to this other man and says, "Here, take my Jaguar, take it, just go." The guy was convinced it was a scam. He was convinced that he was going to set him up, that there was everything going wrong with it. And what an upside down world we live in, because when we show kindness, we don't even trust.
That's so true. And when there's good things coming our way, often people just, it's a reaction to push it away. It's too good to be true. It's not reality. It's a trap. And that is, it broke my heart really, truly, to see this movie again. I had seen it, but it really meant a lot, because we are about this practice to feel the love. And love can be demonstrated in so many ways.
Yes.
Giving a hug, offering a compliment, offering a smile, or just simply acknowledging somebody by just, "Hey, I see